What's up, everybody? It's John McLaughlin with Ajay Shaluga Enterprises, aka Ashe Wealth. And I just wanted to do a little quick video about the upcoming webinars you may have seen me mentioning at the end of this month. So it's something I'm very excited about, something I'm doing in conjunction with the Black Day Trader. Shout out to Leslie. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great time, and I think it'll be really beneficial to a lot of traders, whether you're kind of new to trading or whether you've been trading but just kind of still trying to figure out the kinks of your system. I think it'll be really beneficial to you. So there's going to be 3 sessions. Like I said, they'll start on February 28th, which is Sunday. Second one will be on that next Wednesday, March 3rd. And the third one will be that next Friday, March 5th. All right, so they're all going to start at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe they're scheduled for like an hour, but they might go longer than that, I imagine, unless Zoom. If Zoom has a restriction on us, then that might limit us. But other than any Zoom restriction, I don't really have any time like cap on them per se. Now, if it gets to be 1-2 o'clock, I might have to bounce on you. But for the most part, they're gonna go until we cover all the stuff that I want to cover and answer the questions that people have and such. So, again, like I said, something I'm very looking very forward to. For those of you, some of you might already be familiar with me and what I do, and some of you may not. So for those of you that do not, this isn't all I do, but one of the things that a lot of people know me for is my daily reports, my daily trading reports that I have been putting out for, about 13, 14 months or so. And I've had a lot of success with them, and basically I'm going to be sharing my process for how I do, what I do with those, going back over those however many months, 13, 14 months, I've picked about 1,300 option contracts. They're usually like three to five a day on average. There might be some days where I do 6, but that's probably the most I ever do. Usually it's like four or five. But we've picked about 13, plays over that time period. We have a 94% accuracy rate, picking contracts that produce profit. Just for clarity, I don't necessarily play all of those plays every day. Some days I might play a few of them or a handful of them. Other days I might play 1 or 2. Other days I might not play anything, depending on the circumstances of the market that day. But we've had a lot of success, both myself and the people I've been working with. I've been working with a group of people that use my reports for like a year, I guess, probably is when I've got my first person to start using my report with me. We've got a good group of people that I trade with every day that use my reports. So like I said, 94% in terms of selecting contracts that produce profit. When you look at the return potential on these plays, the 1-day return potential averages 60%. Over the life of the contract, it's averaging 245%. So, I definitely think I can give you, some perspective on some things that maybe help you with how you analyze the markets, how you select your own trades. So that's basically the goal of what we're going to be doing is, teaching you a process basically that you can practice and master at identifying trades. In terms, some people, kind of consider themselves like technical traders. Some people consider themselves fundamental traders. I think this could be useful regardless. I do both, fundamental trading and technical trading. Both of them are kind of involved in my process to a degree when I'm defining my plays. Really, I think the line between fundamental and technical is kind of arbitrary. Um, so, regardless of what type of trader you are, I think this will be beneficial to you. So, basically, the first session will take you through analyzing the market in terms of a macro and a micro perspective. So we'll talk about, how to basically read where the market is going in general, looking at futures and sector ETFs and economic indicators and things of that nature, kind of recognizing trends in the market or where the market is headed, where the money is flowing. Then we'll look at like specific types of news as they relate to specific companies. So I'll kind of go over what things I look for, what things I find the most valuable in terms of having an impact on a company's share price. Okay. That's the first session that we'll go over. The second session, we'll be talking more so about picking the contracts for your particular trading style and plan. So once you identify, what trades you are looking at, how do you position yourself best for what you are trying to accomplish? Okay, and so I'm not going to prescribe to you whether you are a day trader or a swing trader. Again, I'm a little bit of a hybrid. I like to do kind of half and half. So I have experience picking both. Most of my reports, I intentionally will pick 2 or 3 swing trades, and then I will pick 2 or 3 shorter trades. So again, I do both. I think I can give you some insight either way on how I pick the contracts I pick, depending on which way I'm trying to play a particular company. And we'll talk about some things. You might already be familiar with some of them: time value, strike prices, picking the right strike prices, volatility. We'll talk about the Greeks and how they correlate to the things we just mentioned. Possibly touch on like some basic TA stuff, supports and resistance, or trading ranges for things. Maybe we definitely won't be like going full tilt into any charts or anything like that, but we may touch on a little TA in that section there. And then in the third section, we'll basically be talking about risk management, how to keep yourself from blowing your account, basically, which is something that I have done a couple times, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Most of the best traders I know have had that same experience where it's up and down. Some people will pretend that it should be easy and that you should just be on some straight shot trajectory to millions of dollars, and in my experience, that's not really the case for maybe for some people, but for the vast majority, I would say like 99%, that's not going to be the case. So, to me, I don't have a problem talking about my failures, because my failures are, I think, the things that I've actually learned the most from. They're the things that you need to learn the most from, and I think they give me a perspective that I think a lot of traders need, quite frankly, because like I said, it's not, I won't say trading is hard, it's mostly a mental battle, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that like it's a straight shot to the top. So I have no problem talking about that, and I think it's very valuable to other people that are trying to learn, so that they can avoid those pitfalls as much as they can, so hopefully it doesn't take other people that I work with as long to become successful as it did take me, because it took me a minute to become a successful trader. So that'll be kind of what goes into this risk management section. We'll be talking about some of the lessons I've learned along the way and how you combat them. So we'll talk about stop losses. We'll talk about OCO orders and how you can basically build your trading plan through OCO orders. We'll talk about what else? Position sizing. So making sure you are, using an appropriate amount of your total account at one time. You don't need to be having your whole account out at once. Um, you know, how to manage multiple plays if you're, in multiple plays, how to manage your money allocation, and your allotment to each play. We'll be talking about risk reward ratio. So just basically all the things that you need to consider to keep yourself from doing damage to your account. The goal is to get you a consistently winning system where you're winning more often than you're losing, and when you are losing, they're minimized so that if you win 6 times but then you have a big loss that wipes out all of the gains you made in those 6 wins, then you're really kind of just spinning the wheel. So basically it'll be all the things I've learned and some of the things you should consider to keep yourself from spinning the wheel, blowing all the money that you do make on your winning trades, minimizing your losses. So that'll be the 3-part system, micro analysis, selecting contracts and developing trading plans, and then minimizing your risk, mitigating your risk, managing your risk. So that's kind of what you can look forward to. If you had questions about it, if you have more questions about it, definitely you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Leslie. There's a bundle available that I'll put in the links for if you want to sign up for all 3 sessions. It's going to be $3.99. And then if you only want to go to 1 or 2 or whatever, if you want to go to individual sessions, you can do that as well. That'll be $157 per session that you sign up for. So I'll make sure you guys have those links available, and I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a lot of knowledge shared, and I hope to see you guys there. And just let me know if you have any questions. But February 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all have a good evening. I hope to see you there. Peace.